ladies and gentlemen, we have the smart diaper now. This is going to revolutionise the way that you parent.
The smart diaper.
These days, everything is smart. What's wrong with smart? Nothing.
Oink oink, Piggy says good job.
But smarter. Smarter thinks big. Smarter helps destroy cancer with precision. Smarter 3D prints a bridge out of steel. Smarter makes the fastest faster. Smarter lets you binge watch without being watched. Smarter sees the future of medicine in deadly venom. Smarter sends school kids on field trips without leaving the classroom. Smarter uses big data, AI and 5G to fight climate change and feed future generations. Because the toughest challenges demand smarter technology.
Babies will love the smart diaper. And
We do too.
Take that, smart. Lenovo. Smarter.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Southeast Asian Startup Summit 2022, powered by Lenovo in association with Washington University of Science and Technology, AMARPE, AVS Reality, and Este Medical. So today's session is very important and very much weighted topic right now in this industry, which is industry and academia collaborations for building startup ecosystem. And this is the most important thing right now everyone is looking for. So we have got diversified of guests today's session. We have got Dr. Mark Robinson all the way from US. He is the Dean of Business School of Washington University of Science and Technology. Hello, Mr. Mark. I hope you are doing good.
Beautiful. Thank you for asking.
Yes. I hope it will be a great session. We are having Mr. HEMI HOSSAIN all the way from Australia. He is the CEO of Melbourne Metropolitan College. Hello, HEMI bhai. Can you hear me?
Hey, Imran, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing fantastic. I hope we are audible to you. Can you hear us?
I think so. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Yes. Now we have got Mr. M. Zahiruddin, the head of Into Synergy. Hello, Mr. Zahir. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Awesome. So our next guest is Mr. Amran MOFIZ, Bangladesh Regional Manager, University of Portsmouth. Hello, Amran bhai. How are you?
Yes, very good. Good to be part of this event. Thank you.
Awesome. Now we have got Mr. TUSHAR MALEK as a serial entrepreneur, at the same time the chairman of EdRoll and the managing director of CEO of Festivibe. Festivibe is one of our partners of this summit. Hello, Tushar bhai, can you hear us?
Hi, Mumbai. Very good evening. Good to be here.
Awesome. Now I've got Mr. MONIR HOSSAIN, Assistant Regional Advisor of Ulster University. Hello, Mr. MD MONIR HOSSAIN, can you hear us?
Hi, everyone. It's very nice to see you all, and greetings from the Ulster University, UK.
Awesome. Last but not least, Ms. JOYDIPA Choudhury, Manager Business Development Into Synergy. Hello, JOYDIPA. I hope we are audible.
Yes, right? You're audible, and thank you very much for making me a part of the summit.
Awesome. So thank you, everyone, for joining this session. As I've said, this topic is very relevant right now for this ecosystem, and everyone is asking for this importance of collaborations. We will start this session with the opening note of Dr. Mark Robinson to know more about, as a Dean of School Business, how he is thinking about the importance of industry and academia collaborations from his point of view and what are the initiatives he is taking. So, Mr. Robinson, over to you.
Great, thank you. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening from Washington, D.C. Great to be with you today. Washington University of Science and Technology was initially founded 2008. It has since changed hands, but since that time, we have remained focused on being a career college. So we are very, very interested in making sure that our students, both in the school for the MBA and the BBA, are well prepared to engage in any position, any nonprofit that they wish to be involved in. And we are literally 10 kilometers away from Washington, D.C. So there is a wealth of entrepreneurial energy and enthusiasm to help our students. And as the School of Business Director, it's my role to make sure that our education follows trends in various industries. So we have project management, information technology are the two hottest degree programs that we've been involved in. And within the next year, I will be adding several new MBA programs in digital transformation, management consulting, which is my background, especially in Washington, D.C. area and the U.S. Federal government contracting is huge. So we have tons of opportunities for our students here at Washington University of Science and Technology.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. And now I'm going to Mr. HEMI HOSSAIN from Australia, as he is working with different collaborations, and I'm totally connected with Mr. HEMI HOSSAIN's different initiative. So I want to know more about the initiatives and the importance of it. From your point of view, how do you think that will be a vital thing in coming days? Over to you, Mr. HEMI HOSSAIN.
Thank you, Imran, and thank you everyone for joining and listening to me. As you know, my name is HEMI HOSSAIN. I'm the CEO of Melbourne Metropolitan College in Australia, and I'm also involved with many other businesses. And I'm also working in Bangladesh very closely with the startup ecosystem and also working with the many training organization in Bangladesh. So I think at the moment, right, the COVID-19 definitely is a new learning for all of us, right? The world had a massive changes after this COVID-19. So since COVID-19 finished in Australia, what we have found that a massive gap in skill in the market right now. Australia, everyone is looking for the skill, but we are not getting enough people in our actually the working environment. As you guys may know that Australia is massive skill shortage in last 6 to 9 months, and they are now giving more opportunity to the people for applying for the migration in Australia. That means we can understand that this is a huge shortage. However, what we are finding, this is a completely different skill shortage. What it was in before COVID-19 and what's happening right now is completely two different things. So I give you a very good example, right? Think about that. We never heard that cyber security can be one of the top priority in Australia right now. Recently, there was a massive incident happening in Australia in one of the largest telecom in Optus. There's a massive data breach. There was another incident happening a couple of weeks ago. The Medibank Private has again the massive data breach. So Australia is looking more about now the people who has got the cyber security skill. There's a massive other thing like artificial intelligence, digital technologies, all these things. So the whole, that actually what happened before COVID-19, what's happening in right now is completely two different things. So in terms of that perspective, I think the universities and the education institute, they are actually working together in order to change their curriculum. And it's sometimes it's hard for the universities to actually change their curriculum based on the requirements in the market. And that's what the Australia at the moment focusing on, more about the vocational education rather than actually the tertiary education. It's not that they're not focusing, but they're saying that you have got the opportunity to learn something from the vocational education and go to the work straight away. Go to the work straight away. So at this point in time, Australia is encouraging every students to come to Australia, study in the vocational education, maybe 1 year, 2 years, and go to the industry directly. Even they're
Right.
encouraging people, if you have got the skill already, do assessment of your degree and come to Australia and work. And they have got introduced so many different visa category in Australia in order to bring students, bring the skilled people. So I think that this is the best time for the industry to think about what is the future will be. Think about that in Australia, there is a recently that after 2025 we cannot import any more petrol car, so we need to bring the only electrical car. So think about what's happening in the world right now. So I think industry needs to think. On the other hand, education institute needs to think about their curriculum as well, and how we can collaborate with each other. So I think that's very important right now.
Right, right. Thank you, Hemi Bhai. Now we'll move to Mr. Mr. Zahiruddin regarding to know more about Into Synergy. Into Synergy is one of our partner, and how it is contributing to our education system. And can you elaborate more about the service that Into Synergy is providing? Thank you, Mr. Zahir.
So thank you so much once again for having me, and congratulations for organizing this wonderful summit. And I was watching some of the previous sessions, so I'm really excited about the progress, and I'm sure it will significantly contribute towards the agenda of Bangladesh, because we are all talking about the development of Bangladesh. So thank you once again for giving me the opportunity. And the Into Synergy works in a different format. So basically, we are a pioneering organization that actually helping the international universities to come into emerging market like Bangladesh, and we provide the in-country expansion support. So that includes everything. For example, if they need some market research and the market conditions, so that they know about the current situation, and to do the mapping where actually there are opportunities for the international universities to enter into this market, and also to have their setup. That means to have their local staff based in Bangladesh and provide the necessary support so that they do the marketing and do the necessary engagement with the local education institutions and partners or the other stakeholders. And you'll be happy to know that already we have got a couple of international universities on board. That includes University of Portsmouth, University of Ulster, and Nottingham Trent University, and also a US university, Trine University. And some of the universities are already in the pipeline, and we are hoping that they will be on board very soon. So as I was mentioning
Amazing.
about the process, so basically the first thing we offer that what is the current opportunities in the market and how the university can utilize those opportunities. So we have an expert team that can help them in identifying the right partners and the right areas where they can actually do more sort of engagement, and also that can help to get the international students from Bangladesh. And you know that in Bangladesh actually, if we talk about the HSC students, so there's a huge number of students who are actually attending the HSC exams. I think this year around 1.2 million students that took part in the HSC exams. But unfortunately, I mean, the private universities or the public universities, we do not have enough seats available to offer them seats according to their expectation, and also to have the preferred subject. So in that perspective, I mean, from students' perspective, so we are actually creating the opportunity to have international education and to meet
Amazing.
with the local advisors directly, and also to get necessary advice, impartial advice, and they can make informed decision about their higher studies. And from institutions perspective, so the local institutions, they can learn about the good practices, what's happening in the international arena in terms of collaboration, in terms of tie-ups, and how the good practices can be replicated, and how they can get benefit from the research and other collaboration activities. So that is
Excellent.
one area. And also, if we talk about the employability, international connections, so definitely these are helping the students and the local institutions as well, and it's contributing to our education as well to have international experience, which can basically help them to work more closely with the international universities, and also doing through some sort of exchange and other collaboration activities. And probably we'll talk more about in the later
Yeah,
part
thank you.
about our success journey. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
With this note, I'm moving to Mr. Tushar Malek. He's a serial entrepreneur and closely active with this initiative, different initiatives and different startups. So, my specific question to Mr. Malek regarding the why Bangladeshi academia industry collaboration is not that much active or prominent in compared to other developed countries where we see a lot of collaboration to build startup ecosystem in university levels. So what do you think, like, why it's not happening in Bangladesh till now, and how we can do it, Mr. Malik?
I remember. Thank you so much for having me here, and congratulations to you for organizing such a big thing. And so yeah, like as you were talking about, if we look at the like other countries, we see that different universities have like a lot of collaboration with different companies, and they are probably offering a lot of courses and the curriculum and the programs for the entrepreneur. But in Bangladesh, we see it completely different. So if we precisely ask what is the reason behind that, so it's not about we can particularly blame the university, or it's not about we can particularly blame the companies, right? If you recently seen that BSRM has recently collaborated with Brack
With
University,
Brack,
you know that,
right?
right? So that's BSRM School of Engineering, right? So this is something, one of the starting point for our country. I can say that because this kind of collaboration is very rare in our country. So I think university should come forward. They can design any kind of course curriculum. They can design any kind of short program. Even if you look at uh, MIT, Stanford, we all know that Silicon Valley, right? So Silicon Valley, like if I give particular example of MIT, right? They have more than almost 40,000 companies that was built by the MIT alumni. And those companies are created till almost 3 trillion revenue for the USA only. So this is the scenario. So Silicon Valley is because they have a lot of university, they have created that talent over there. So
Right.
what is the difference in Bangladesh and the Silicon Valley, right? It's because the gap and the mindset they have in USA or in Silicon Valley, and the mindset our academician or our teachers have in our country, right? So I am from Dhaka University. I have done my BBA over there as well. So if you ask me, I did have very little idea about the entrepreneurship and the startup, like when I was studying. I
Right.
think a student should have that knowledge and the ecosystem when like they are like getting admitted in the university. So to me, being an entrepreneur is all like initially you should have that mindset. Like it's about taking the risk. It's about you should have the other soft skill like problem solving and the other things. For
Right.
me, like as I am running multiple companies, so when we recruit a student or any new employees, we initially ask like whether you should have that entrepreneurial skill. Entrepreneurial skill is not only entrepreneurs should have, even our employees should have that skill, right? So if we look at Bangladesh, we have more than 30% people that are unemployed and they are graduate. What is the reason behind that? So if we can build a better ecosystem, like collaborating with industry and the university, this is not only will be good for creating more entrepreneurs, it's also will help to create better employees, better skilled people. Those can seek the job in different companies as well. Because
Right.
I see very few people and the candidates, those have a problem solving skill, those have a, like someone was talking about the project management, because project management is something that all should have, because every day, whatever we are doing, like maybe in our subconscious mind, we are managing some project, right? Like managing things. So we have like very little practical knowledge regarding like how should we take the risk, how we should take a project. In university, mostly students are given like assignments, or students are given some articles to write on that. I think they should be given like something more extra, like we can give them the project, we can work on that
Exactly.
ways. And importantly, like when we collaborate with the industry people, right? So mostly what we learn in university is the theoretical models and the other things. Yeah, I am not demeaning the theoretical models and the academic models. Definitely, we know we need that, right? Because models and the tools come from the practical problem. Whenever a industry practitioner is seeing a problem, right, how he solved that, then he creates a structure that becomes the model and the tools for the university. And we teach that, right? Every day is a new problem. Every new innovation is a new problem. Whenever a new innovation comes, we face new problem to like how we should cope up with that new technology, right? So I think if we can collaborate industry and the university nicely, besides having the academic knowledge and the like learning the tools, we can get idea about what is going on in the industry level. What are the practical problem over there? We can throw the problem on the student. Let's solve it, work on that, take the risk, maintain a deadline. I think, yeah, this is the most important thing that we are avoiding in our country. And one more important thing is why the collaboration is very less in our countries. Like, I think university and academic, industry people should come together. They should understand the value of that. Industry people is complaining like we are not getting the right employees, skilled employee, whenever we are like hiring, right? At the same time, university is saying that we are creating like talented people. So I think it's the responsibility of both the industry people and the university level also to like come up with some solutions. And we know that HSBC, UDDIN, they have a lot of like HSBC case study competition. British American Tobacco has the Battle of Minds. Unilever has the business too, right? Those are the wonderful initiative they are doing to students are solving a problem or creating some ideas.
Exactly.
So
So we will go into that phase of collaboration into our next phase. Now I will move into a very significant phase called CGPA. As we know, like as everyone is running towards good CGPA and CGPA versus the extracurricular activity. So my next question will be for Mr. Imran Mufiz, as he is into this thing, this business. And what do you think about the students' average CGPA and like the university you were representing, University of Portsmouth? Do you think it has a direct impact on it, Imran bhai?
Okay, thank you very much and having me here and for this lovely summit. So we actually found different students in different universities from different background, and it's like when we see the CGPA from in undergraduate who is planning to do their masters or wants to do the credit transfer. So what we find is like sometimes we find this university is fantastic, the student is very good, but the CGPA is low. Sometimes we found the students, we feel this students' quality is very average, but they are achieving high CGPA, and the university standard is not very high. So those, and from university part, it's difficult for us to understand to whom to give offer and whom to reject.
Right.
So that is the reason University of Portsmouth, as I am in the Bangladesh right now, to see the differences. So we have found some solution that specifically some particular universities who has these issues. So we are specially looking after. So our general CGPA, generally to get the admission for masters, we are requirement is CGPA 2.75. But few particular courses like health science and some computer related course, our requirement is 3.25. But there is few particular university, as an example, North South University, AIUB, BRAC, East Delta University, and East West University. Like few specific universities we have already identified, And we already got the approval from the university that yes, from those particular university, even the CGPA is low, so there is some criteria, we will accept that student. As an example, from NSU, normally our general acceptance is 2.75, but from NSU we are accepting 2.3 out of 4 because the CGPA, the marking system is different. In CGPA 2.3, it's more than 70% marks. But in another university, CGPA 2.3 is 40% or 45%. So it's a huge gap between the CGPA calculation and everything. And there is not a single standard measure in Bangladesh that like you have to follow this one. And every university has their own policies and system. So that is the reason university wise, we are accepting different CGPA from different university based off the university marking. And yes, definitely students from all over the world and all over Bangladesh from any universities, you are welcome to apply.
Right.
University of Portsmouth.
And most important thing, I want to open the floor, like as we have different individuals, those who can have their opinion on this particular issue in a CGPA versus the extracurricular activities to take this thing forward. I said like I have a proud CGPA of 2.42 and I'm running my own business. So I need to focus on the extracurricular activities. And like there are hundreds of people are watching right now from different mediums. Those who are watching right now, please share. There is a gift waiting for you, those who will share this note, and anyone can ask questions. So anyone can add their opinion on that. HEMI bhai or Dr. Robinson, if you
Sure.
can add something based on the CGPA and the extracurricular activities to increase their, the skills. So you can open it. You can share your opinions on this. So the floor is open. Anyone can share this. Share your views on that. Anyway, do you want to add anything?
So
Or
I think, to be honest, I didn't know that every university has in different systems in Bangladesh. I personally didn't know that, which is very interesting. I thought it's an across the board is the same standard. So definitely, I think in Bangladesh education at the moment, we should need to develop that framework, because without that framework, from overseas, it's very hard to identify who we should actually give the offer letter or even confirmation of enrollment, because later we know that they are not going to get the visa, and then that's create an issue. So definitely it's a good things I just know today. On the other hand, look, I have got a different opinion about the total education system in Bangladesh and over all the world, because I truly believe that education is a very important. Absolutely, it gives you a framework, but it doesn't mean that education is everything to start a startup idea or your own things. Even I found so many people in my life who has done really absolutely fantastic in their career, but if you go back to their CGPA or thing and you say they never done anything, from my perspective, Ruth, I done my bachelor from RMIT University in Australia. Out of 24 subjects, about 17 subjects I got P, only pass. So for me, but I was the first one who got the graduate recruitment in one of the largest bank in Australia. So and then I done really well in my career in terms of the corporate career as well, right? So I don't think that's the things. I think that extracurriculum activities in terms of your communication skill, your leadership skill, all these are part of important. To get that part, you need to be actually part of the different club. You need to be part of different activities across the country. And Bangladesh has got so much. I always say that Dhaka is the capital of a workshop. All the time there is something happening in Dhaka. So you can be part of it. You can be volunteer of it, right? And then do those sort of things. But on the other hand, right, I think some instance CGPA is important. Say for an example, right? In Bangladesh, I found many organizations, and I wouldn't tell the name. When they ask for graduate, they already say that you have to be part of these 4 or 5 universities, and your CGPA has to be that standard. Then the students in our country is their dream to get the job in there. Even they know that they don't know actually, I would say, it's not good to work in the big organization and become the small fish. I would say it should be other way around. Work in a small organization, become a big fish, because you can learn everything in the small organization. But the big organization, like a multinational one, it's our dream. We want to be part of it. When I joined in ANZ, to be honest, I didn't learn much. Yes, I learned structure because it's a big organization, but my role was very limited, very limited. Same in Bangladesh. So they become it's their dream. They want to be part of it. Then those universities define them. Our actually the guardian that your son or daughter has to get that CGPA. So in order to get that CGPA, they do
Right.
everything. They do actually in Bangladesh, they memorize everything to get the CGPA. And then whenever I ask a question, I asked so many interviews in Bangladesh, I asked a question, I said, so tell me about yourself. So the first thing they say, I'm from this university and my CGPA was that. And I said, I didn't ask that question, to be honest. And then, because that's not something I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for completely different things. But on the other hand, because of the education system defined that way. So I think this is actually very important in terms of the system, the government policies, and actually the industry who are looking for the student. Now you guys know that big companies like Ernst Young, Deloitte, and then the PwC, they decided not to take graduate anymore, and that's what they decided, right? But on the other hand, in our country, we are saying that your CGPA has to be that level, otherwise you cannot even get the chance to come to our interview process. So I
Right.
think that's the collaboration at this
Excellent.
point in time is very important in Bangladesh.
Right, right. Dr. Robinson, do you want to add anything, or Tushar bhai, from your point of view?
No, certainly. Thank you for the opportunity. So at Washington University of Science and Technology, right, we are very much like most other universities where we will accept, minimum GPA of 2.75 to enter the school. However, in terms of graduation, we do require that all of our students, MBA and BBA, graduate with a minimum of 3.0. So that's one side of the story. But like many of you have said already, it's not so much that employers will, when you go for an interview, they may not be terribly interested in your GPA or where you went to school, because today there's a school for everybody, right? Education has been so much democratized that, again, for me, I was never an A or B student in school, but I persevered and found out a passion that I wanted to involve myself in, which was consulting. And, that told the story for me. But again, when we introduced our graduates to employers in the Washington, D.C. region, they're interested really in what are you passionate about and what are your skills, right? They want those skills. So, we teach our students in the School of Business how to use Salesforce, how to use Tableau. And if anyone is looking for, jobs in the Washington, D.C. region, you simply type in Salesforce or Tableau in Indeed.com, and there's hundreds of jobs, for government agencies and for businesses. And we help our students make those introductions to those employers. So again, GPA is important, but as many of you said already, it doesn't tell the full story, right? I'd rather much have an employee who was passionate and energetic about his or her contributions to the organization rather than, oh, you got straight A's, right? The grades and the GPA don't tell the whole story.
Right. Thank you. Tushar bhai, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think Arman bhai was mentioning about they have a different criteria for the North-South University, because he's right. Because and the HEMI bhai was like questioning, like it's very weird to know that different universities have a different criteria in the CGPA. But maybe because Arman bhai knows about North-South University curriculum and the system, that's why in his university he is applying a different approach for North-South. But it's a very big problem, because maybe there are other universities, they don't have any direct representative in Bangladesh. So for them, I think it will be an issue if in Bangladesh different university have different criteria of CGPA, right? It shouldn't be like that. Number one, and number two, I think you guys were talking about the value of CGPA in terms of getting job, or even HEMI bhai was mentioning a lot of companies already started taking their employees. Those are not graduate either, right? So I have a completely different approach here, because, yeah, I completely agree that even a candidate without being graduate might have more practical skill, more knowledge, more entrepreneurial skill, who should get the job, right? But at the same time, we shouldn't undermine the academic things as well. The problem is we should work on the academic curriculum, right? So that the CGPA rightly represent the skill, mindset, and the competitiveness of a candidate. Like, see, if a big company do the recruitment, they have their own curriculum way of, or the problem solving way of taking the test, then the shorting the right candidate, right? So university should have that curriculum so that the CGP represent that, okay, fine, this guy definitely knows things, and those knowledge is definitely based on the practical problem, and he knows all the things what is going on. The problem is in the curriculum, because we all know that, I think everyone will agree with me that we all believe that high CGPA means we know that, wow, he has high CGPA, that means he is good at academically or in the models and the things. But we should get out of that. We should work on how we should change the course curriculum, how we can push more practical things. Even a student should have grade or a mark based on his extracurriculum activities. Then if HEMI is recruiting, if you are recruiting, you can know that, okay, fine, this particular university, the student, they're getting grade from doing extracurricular activities, getting involved with entrepreneurial activities, solving core problems on the practical field. I think we shouldn't undermine the academic things. Rather, we should change how it's working right now. That's the
Right.
point.
With this note, we will go back to Mr. MONIR regarding the startup ecosystem. And as you were working with Ulster University, so what are the opportunities for the startups in this UK market? Those who have any, yeah, please.
So first of all, thank you very much for the opportunity, and thanks for organizing this event. So as you know that Ulster University, basically we are really concerned on students' future. Like, we are offering a lot of courses available for all the Bangladesh students, especially after all the Bangladesh students, after they're done with their bachelor program, maybe they have started with their startups, or maybe right now they are entrepreneurs. So now it's like they might think what should I do, or what are the facilities, or is there any facilities that I will get from the university. So getting back to HEMI Bhai, that I agree with him that skills and extracurricular activities are really important, because without the skills and extracurricular activities, it is really tough to get to start at a startup, and which is why we Ulster University have a lot of the job placement courses, and after they are done with their program from the university, we offer all the international students from Bangladesh to complete a project on their startup. So say for example, a student from Bangladesh, they have opened their EdTech or any IT-based startup, and now they want to do something better in the future related for their startup. So we do have a lot of courses. We are offering a lot of courses for them. And on the other hand, I would like to mention a few other things. If you know that also CGPA is also important, as I agree with Mr. MOFIZ and also everyone, that extracurricular activities, it's really important to get other opportunities from all the UK-based university, and we, Ulster University, are really concerned on extracurricular activities, which is why we offer a lot of opportunities. And this is the reason. Extracurricular activities is the main reason of getting a lot of scholarships. Like in the UK, you know that we do offer shifting scholarships, and the main reason to get this scholarship is to have extracurricular activities are the main reason to get these scholarships. But on the other hand, to get into the university, student needs to meet their entry requirements as well, which is why they need to meet their CGPA, which is why along with their extracurricular activities, they need to be more concerned on their CGPA as well.
Yes, thank you, Mr. MONIR. Now I'll move to Ms. JOYDIPA Choudhury. She is the manager of Into Synergy. regarding the bridge, like how she is creating the bridge between the foreign universities and the local. So over to you, Ms. JOYDIPA.
Thank you, Bea. Thank you for giving me the floor. First of all, congratulations to you for creating such a platform where we can discuss about the development and perspectives of education and development of Bangladeshi students. Well, about the bridge that we create between local and foreign institutions. See, we are pioneering in Bangladesh, as my head of InterSynergy has already mentioned, that we are a platform which is running the direct regional offices of foreign education, foreign institutions in Bangladesh. So of course, it is just not to satisfy the model of our business. It is also somewhere we are contributing to the education system. How? We actually creating bridge. How are we actually creating this bridge? First of all, when I was given this role, I started visiting the different universities. So I started visiting the best private universities in Bangladesh because I know they believe in collaboration. They believe in signing MOUs with different universities, with foreign universities. So I started visiting the universities, and I have actually, while doing my research, I have actually came to know that they are very eager to send their students to good universities for higher studies. And me and you both, we both are from North-South University, so we know how the administration runs there, how they want actually their students to go abroad and do good for themselves. So I started like having more meetings with the universities, and then what I found is they are actually interested in collaborating with foreign universities. Then we have 4 universities, which we are running the regional offices of 4 universities in Bangladesh, and like InterSynergy right now. So I started, hosting seminars. I started hosting interactive sessions where the students get direct access to know and learn more about the universities we are hosting in Bangladesh. So we are not an agency. We are not dealing with the students directly. Our advisors are dealing with the students directly. But what we do is we are trying to develop, we are trying to create a platform for the students so that they get to know the authentic information. They get to know more about the prospectus of higher education. And then, of course, we have our dedicated advisors for the respected universities we are supporting. They're going to different universities. They're getting in good relation. They're maintaining a rapport. And this is exactly how we are contributing to the education system.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, JOYDIPA. Thanks for your kind words. Now we will take a short break. From there, we will come to the last round of this session. So let's take a short break, and we will come after 3 minutes.
Washington University of Science and Technology, WUST, is a school of excellence that creates an ecosystem between industry and academia. Established in 2008 in Virginia, USA, WUST has been educating students from 121 countries and permanent residents. Since inception, our modus operandi has been AAA, accredited, accessible, and affordable. Students at WUST have been gaining the skills which are highly demanding in today's complex workforce. Hence, we create a replica of the work environment in the classroom settings. WUST is currently led by engineer Abubakar Hanif, a Bangladeshi-American entrepreneur who is the chairman and CEO, and Dr. Hassan Karabuk, a proven university administrator, is the current president. WUST is certified to operate by Chevron Virginia, accredited by ACCSC, approved to offer GI Bill educational benefits by the Virginia State Approving Agency, and approved by the U.S. Department of Education to offer federal student aid for those students who qualify. WUST's leadership includes faculty members who are scholar practitioners with 4 to 30 years of experience, making them excellent instructors. Dr. Mark L. Robinson, Professor Apostolos Eliopoulos, Dr. Shane Cho, Dr. Zafir Parim, Mrs. Farhana Hanif. With online, hybrid, and in-person learning options, our staff and faculty are fully committed to touching lives, one student at a time. WUST offers degrees, skills, certificates, and career assistance until every graduate lands a job.
First, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to all university admin, staff. We have learned a lot in terms of academics as well as from our friends who come from very different parts of the world.
Oh my God, I am feeling like out of this world. This was a day that I was really hoping for.
After a while, I fall in love in this university. It was amazing, like experiment in the university. I've learned a lot of, like in these 2 years, it was a good experience.
Study at WUST and shape your future.
So yes, we are back. We're back again in the closing part of this session. In this part, we will know more about the upcoming strategies or the feedback regarding these situations and like how we can overcome this thing and how we can collaborate more with the academia. So we will start with Dr. Robinson to know more about your initiative to engage this upcoming collaboration with the industry, and what are the offerings for the students, those who want to be a part of your university.
Okay, great. Thank you. Great to be back. So one of the things that we have at our university is that we have structured what we call a Program Action Committee, or PAC. And what the PAC does is that these are outside scholars and practitioners from around the Washington, D.C. region and some farther states away from the nation's capital. But these PAC members advise the university, the School of Business, what are the hiring trends within various industries? What are the skill sets that employers are looking for? And so one of the things that we're most proud of is that we've done a great job in tailoring our curriculum to match what the local employment needs are. Earlier, I spoke about using and teaching up-to-date skills like Salesforce and Tableau in our program. So in my marketing strategies class, we talk about Salesforce. We teach them how to use Salesforce. And so when it comes time to graduate, rather than tell their prospective employer, hey, I can use Microsoft Word or Microsoft Suite, everybody can use that. But if you've got these specialized skills like Salesforce, like Tableau, like our forthcoming entrepreneurship program, and we are going to be offering in 2023 an entrepreneurship incubator here at the school. So that will encourage, I think, more students from around the world to consider, why not go into business for yourself? And certainly there's a host of questions, processes, and procedures you have to go through to start your own business. But what we're going to be doing with this entrepreneurship incubator is to help students structure their startup, how to get the proper funding, how to hire employees, how to create energetic and enthusiastic leadership. So, we rely on our PAC committee, and we do introduce our students to our PAC committee members so that they bridge the gap between industry and academia. And one of my primary goals for the School of Business is to make sure that every BBA and MBA student knows how to master LinkedIn. Because as we all know, it's still a matter of who you know to get a job, but you have to be able to play in the technology where hiring is done, and that's through places like LinkedIn and Indeed. So I'm part of every class that we have that students connect with their professor via LinkedIn, and so that ties the student into the Scholar Practitioners LinkedIn Connected Network. And you'd be amazed at how many of our students are finding jobs just through a simple introduction to a PAC committee member or others within our LinkedIn networks.
Right, amazing. Thank you, Dr. Robinson. Now I will move to Mr. The head of Into Synergy. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, so the upcoming strategies for Into Synergy to contribute into our education system, how they can enhance a better education system for Bangladesh. Over to you, Mr. Zahir.
Sure. Yeah, thank you so much. So my colleague JOYDIPA already mentioned about some of our recent engagements and collaboration with the universities, but definitely our aim is to expand our engagement, and it's not only Dhaka centric. So we are focusing the other cities as well in Chittagong, Sylhet, and other parts of Bangladesh. And you'll be happy to know that already we have some strong collaboration and research initiatives with some of the universities in Bangladesh. And as we were talking about the soft skills, so we have some synergy sessions, and that actually we offer to the university students. So in that case, actually, it will not only help them to learn more about the new skills, we are also planning to do some sort of initiatives combining with the international universities so that they know about the artificial intelligence or robotics, or it could be on digital marketing. So there might be some bite-sized sessions in a month.
Hello. I guess he has lost his connection. So you're here, Mr. Zaid? Okay. So we will move to Mr. Imran MOFIZ regarding, like, every students have got a common questions regarding the costing of foreign educations in terms of the place, in terms of the location. So what do you think in terms of Portsmouth and London and other universities? Can you compare the cost in a specific way? Mr. Imran MOFIZ, you're here? Is he here, or like he's also lost his connection? I guess yes, they both lost their connection. 3, I guess. So let's go to JOYDIPA to know more about the upcoming initiatives regarding, as you are representing Into Synergy. So yeah, your view on that, very short and precise.
Well, as Sir was saying already, that we have a lot of activities in pipeline. But of course, as I said, we do not aim to, just contribute to our business model. We also aim to contribute to the education system of the country. This is exactly why we are planning to, inaugurate few sessions, to host few sessions among the students who are willing to develop their soft skills, who are willing to, as many of our speakers were already talking about the, extracurriculum activities, how important they are to be, to be a part of any organization, right? CGPA, as a lot of speakers were saying here, that CGPA is not everything. It doesn't define you. It doesn't define your qualities. It doesn't define you as a character even. For me, for many other people, my CGPA was not very great, but touch wood, I'm doing great for myself. So I think we are just trying to get those soft skills out of the students, and our plans are in the pipeline to go to different universities in Bangladesh, and uh, do something as a startup to come up with such initiatives, so that
Excellent.
the soft skills and many other activities can be done through, because we are already in partnership with British Council, we are in partnership with ETS. So many students, they struggle in speaking English, so we are also planning to do some soft skills regarding that as well. So we have a lot of
Amazing.
things in pipeline.
Amazing. Wish you
Thank
all the
you.
best for this. I guess Amran bhai, are you here? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So, my question was for you regarding the cost. Like everyone is asking for the cost for foreign education. Say, if we can take the example of University of Portsmouth in compared to any University of London, what will be the the comparison for this? If you can briefly say a few words on this.
Yeah, thank you very much. So actually, like specifically, if I say about study in UK, for 1 year course, it could be like undergraduate or masters. Generally, definitely it will be between like 13,000 to like as much. It could be 20, 25, even 30. So it starts from 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, like that. So University of Portsmouth, as it's a gold rated, 5-star rated university, so we are actually maintaining the high standard of education and everything, and the rate is very high. So our tuition fees is approximately between 16,000 to 18,000 pound. But for specifically few specific countries, university have some scholarship. So for Bangladeshi students, we have scholarship from 1,600 pounds to up to 5,000 pound. So depend on the CGPA, the grades, the marks. So we could define the scholarship. So that is a great opportunity that yes, if the student is genuine student, yes, academic qualification is good, curriculum activities are fantastic. So all together, we could suggest the university. We recommend the university, please give the
Right.
5,000 scholarship. So when a genuine student get the 5,000 scholarship, the tuition fees will go down automatically.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Amran bhai. We are coming to the end of this show. Mr. Zahir, are you here? Like,
Yes, yes.
yes, yeah, you have lost your
Sorry that I
connection.
was
So, few
disconnected due
words.
to
Yeah.
technological. Right.
Yes. Few words from your side. Yeah.
So basically, I think my colleague covered some of the points as I was disconnected, but I want to tell one thing, that sometimes small things can bring significant impact. For example, I was talking with one of the visiting professors from a US university, and she was mentioning that the students who actually go to US university with good results in CGPA, but they struggle in note taking. So, which is a very basic kind of requirement when you're attending a class. So those kind of small things are also into consideration, so that how we can educate, how we can provide necessary guidance to the students. So that will actually help the local education system as well, because whenever we are talking about the education, it's not only about the higher education, even the local country education system as well will be benefited from these initiatives that we already mentioned. And this engagement will help the universities as well to learn about the international standard and how they can replicate those practices, the good practices, into their universities. So our aim is to make that sort of connections, and so that the international universities can do more collaboration with the local universities as well, so that build skills as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Zahir. Now, the
And
last
here,
few
I think,
thoughts. Yes, last few thoughts from Tushar Malek regarding the skills development through these collaborations. And we have seen different initiatives. And what do you think, like how we can do it in a better way, Mr. Tushar?
See, as Today's topic is about the building ecosystem, how we can do that, doing the collaboration between the academia and the industry, right? So I have another observation is like if you look at like if you compare between how the like universities in the other countries and our local countries work is like most of the like teachers they have all the academic knowledge mostly even uh, I like to say that even the MBA course we have being offered by different university, I would say even those are not the proper MBA, those are like master's courses because they are just like teaching the same thing the academic tools and models. But our MBA course should be more practical, right? You
Right.
should be even the students finishing the graduation, they're instantly getting the MBA. Even if you look at the Harvard University or Stanford University, the average age of the student is more than 35. They're getting the MBA because they have the practical knowledge, they have been in the executive position, now they are seeking the MBA, right? So we have a tremendous problem over there. And to build a better startup ecosystem, I think we should mostly work on to creating the students, those should have the startup mindset. So from that perspective, I think we should have more faculty member. Those are from the industry level, right?
Right.
Like even if we look into the public university, I think there are pretty private universities, those are doing good and they have a lot of like faculty member from the like industry sectors, like they are good at particular skills in the particular sector, like in North South and the Brak University probably. But in public university, what happens in Bangladesh, mostly at the academician, I am not demeaning them. They should teach their particular part, but students should get connected with the industry people as well, right? Or even if you look at like there are different short-term programs and the courses being offered by different universities, like in collaboration with some companies. Like it can be a leadership program for 1 month, it can be a startup ecosystem building or the entrepreneurial skill builder
Right.
program for 1 month, right? Those are the programs that like can teach the students like being connected with the industry people, being connected with the other people, and they can understand more about like what are the skill and the knowledge they should have to be an entrepreneur, right? As I mentioned before, uh, to be an entrepreneur, like you should start working on changing your mindset. You should start
Right.
working
Right.
on how to face things, how to take the stresses as well, right? So these are the things I think we should
Thank
work
you.
on, and
Thank you.
yeah, that's the ending notes from me. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
Imran.
TUSHAR for joining us. And we're coming to the end of this session. We will close this session with the closing remarks of Mr. HEMI HOSSAIN. So HEMI bhai, like as we have said, like we have different initiatives starting from digital entrepreneurs hub to your universities in your colleges in Melbourne, Australia. So what do you think? What we can expect in upcoming days regarding these kinds of collaborations to build a better startup ecosystem? What do you think on this?
So, look, I just want to say two things in here, right? One is, first, I want to talk about a little bit around the Australia because after the COVID-19, as I mentioned before, Australia is now encouraging students to come to Australia. And you know that Australian economy is the third revenue generating income is the international student. And they always encourage, they always support the international student. Bangladesh has got a massive opportunity at this point in time because this is the first time Bangladeshi students are getting the visa even in the college. They never got this sort of opportunity in last 10 years. So in our college, we are actually encouraging Bangladeshi students to come and do different sort of diploma and go to the industry directly. And in Australia, to come to a college is not expensive in comparison to universities. So I would encourage students, right? If you're thinking about to go to overseas in England or UK or US or Australia could be one of the your major focus as well. And you can come to the college in Australia. We are encouraging students to come to Australia and actually learn the skill you need. In terms of the startup ecosystem, right, in Bangladesh, I think the last few years it's an amazing that the way the startup ecosystem is developing in Bangladesh. However, I think still there is an opportunity for us to actually take this ecosystem into the next level. So what does I mean by that? I think it's still our startup. There are some companies, some startup We got the funding from the overseas another investor, but I still believe that the way India is presenting their startup idea to the international market, I think we are still not doing that. We are not doing that. I think that there is a massive opportunity in Bangladesh because we have got about 180 million people. There's a massive opportunity for e-commerce. There is a massive opportunity for edutech platform. There is a massive opportunity for AI. There is a massive opportunity for that other startup idea as well. So I think we should actually focus that university can take in local university or local colleges can take the business case from the actually the successful startup like Pathao or 10 minutes school or whoever at that. Take that business case and teach that business case in the university so that our students can learn. It's not only developing the startup, also getting the funding and take to the next level. I think that sort of things actually should be part of our overall curriculum in Bangladesh.
Right. Excellent. With this note, we are coming to the end of this session. Anybody wants to add anything, please shortly, anyone can add. The floor is open. We will close in next 2 minutes. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone.
Yes,
thank you for
everyone.
attending and, have a great chat regardless.
Yes,
And glad to meet with you, everyone.
Absolutely. It was great session, and there are so many registrations already completed, different questions to be asked. So hope to see you guys soon. Until then, have a good day. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good day, everyone.
Have a nice day. Bye.
অনলাইন বিজনেসে মার্চেন্টদের ফাস্ট এবং সিমলেস ট্রানজ্যাকশনের জন্য প্রয়োজন একটি স্ট্রং পেমেন্ট গেটওয়ে যা সিকিউর পেমেন্ট কালেক্টিং এবং সেলস প্রফিট ট্র্যাকিং এ সাহায্য করবে। তাই টাইম সেভিং এর পাশাপাশি রিয়েল টাইম কাস্টমার এনগেজমেন্ট এবং পেমেন্ট সিকিউরিটি এনশিওর করতে AmarPay আপনার অনলাইন ব্যবসার জন্য বেস্ট সলিউশন। AmarPay বাংলাদেশ ব্যাংক স্বীকৃত পিএসও যা একটি সেফ, ইউজার ফ্রেন্ডলি এবং রিলায়েবল পেমেন্ট সলিউশন। এখানে মার্চেন্ট একটি প্ল্যাটফর্ম থেকেই তার সকল কাস্টমারদের পেমেন্ট ভিউ এন্ড ম্যানেজের পাশাপাশি মাল্টিপল পেমেন্ট অপশনের সুবিধা পাচ্ছে। আমাদের ফিচার্সগুলোর মধ্যে রয়েছে কাস্টম ইনভয়েস জেনারেটর, সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া চ্যানেলের মাধ্যমে ইনভয়েস লিংক শেয়ার করে পেমেন্ট গ্রহণ, ইজি পেমেন্ট ইন্টিগ্রেশন প্লাগইন এন্ড এপিআই কানেকশন এবং প্রতিটি ট্রানজ্যাকশনের সাথে থাকছে ইমেল ও এসএমএস নোটিফিকেশনের সুবিধা। এছাড়াও চার্জব্যাক প্রিভেনশন থেকে শুরু করে ফ্রড ম্যানেজমেন্ট এবং ইএমআই এর ফ্যাসিলিটিস তো থাকছেই। তাই একটা স্ট্রং ব্যাক অফিস সিস্টেম এন্ড 3 লেয়ার সিকিউরিটির মাধ্যমে যে কোনো অনলাইন বিজনেসের জন্য AmarPay পেমেন্ট গেটওয়ে হতে পারে আপনার পেমেন্ট কালেকশনের একটি নিরাপদ সমাধান। বিস্তারিত জানতে ভিজিট করুন www.amarpay.com।
বাঁশি বাজায় রে মন কেন না চায় রে আমার প্রাণ যে মানে না কিছুই ভালো লাগে না কে বাঁশি বাজায় রে মন কেন না চায় রে আমার প্রাণ